20 bucks, I'm gonna go, I would not do a cheeseburger, Darius. I would not, I like how you have the chips, the cheese has to be separate. Don't you put the cheese all over my chips. Because you're gonna miss some, you're gonna make 40% of them will be soggy. I need the cheese separate, load up the chips just plain separate, and then give me jalapenos on the side. I would get that. And they're having they have candy for $3.50. That's, cheese nachos are $3. Like that's the jam right there.
Hey, this throwback, man. There's some great pricing. That stadium is unbelievable. Got a chance to actually call a game there last season, a college game, Ohio State and the Georgia Bulldogs for the Peach Bowl. But if I had to put an order together here, it's a little small writing, but give me a bacon cheeseburger.
Okay. $7.
Give me some chips and a ready-made cocktail. Gotta have a ready-made cocktail.
What is your ready-made cocktail of choice?
You know, I don't know. As long as it got some tequila in there, I'm fine. Bacon cheeseburger, chips, and tequila, I'm good. As long as it's not 9 in the morning. Like it was over there in Arizona on your set.
I was gonna say, don't pretend that you're all of a sudden drinking tequila. I had to beg you. I was in your contract it says you have to drink tequila with me at 9 in the morning, Darius.
Unbelievable. Bad influence, Kay. Bad influence.
Did you see Bijan's run? I'm excited about him. Did you hear what I said about Ritter?
Come on. Kay, it was a 12-yard run, Kay. Relax. And as the great Sammy Davis 5000 would say, who is their quarterback, though? You know, who's the quarterback, okay? And that's still a question there, but I'm with you there with the athleticism of Drake London, Kyle Pitts, Bijan Robinson. We just got to see more out of all of them. And then obviously question marks at quarterback, but I don't think they win. I don't even think they compete to win that division this year. And I love R. Smith. I love him. I love him, love the mustache. I think that the Saints win this division. I think the Saints win this division comfortably by a couple.
Wow, look at that. The DB putting it all in the quarterback's hands. Derek Carr, obviously, maybe the best quarterback in that division until Trey Lance, of course. Trey Lance might be a Buccaneer before the week is done. We'll see how that goes. I want to talk to you. And here's, guys, the odds over at FanDuel Sportsbook. Take a look. Saints, the favorites. I don't know. It's this nice little sneaky pick with those Falcons, but I'm not touching the Bucs or the Panthers, at least for now. But I want to talk about your Colts. My friend, all eyes, speaking of running backs, on Jonathan Taylor, the injury, the contract, the situation. I think the real Jonathan Taylor question is, should he be handling this more like the NBA James Harden situation? Because I wasn't even, not an NBA girl. I'm just learning, but, Harden last week in China offering up his not-so-shy opinion of the 76ers president of operations, Daryl Morey. How close is Jonathan Taylor to lighting up Chris Ballard in this fashion?
No, absolutely not. I'm very opposed to Jonathan Taylor taking this route, especially, the NFL is a completely different beast than the NBA, and everything that's going on with the NBA. I think the NFL will make sure they stay in a completely different lane, especially when you talk about the owner of the Colts, who's kind of one of the mouthpieces for the owners right now. So I definitely don't think Jonathan Taylor should take that route. I think, honestly, Jonathan Taylor, just get healthy and get back out there and play some top-tier football again. Get out there and run for 400, 1,500 yards. Protect my guy, Anthony Richardson, who we need JT back there. The franchise needs him. The city needs him. And I've been telling you all along, Kay, I got positive vibes about this situation. I think Jonathan Taylor and Irsay figure this situation out sooner than later. And Jonathan Taylor goes on to have a great, all-time great running back career in that Indianapolis Colts jersey. I think they figured it out, but absolutely not. Do not take Kay's advice, JT. Do not go the Harden route here. Please.
Well, I think I just fell in love with the Harden, fat suit thing. What do you make of that? And I think he put it on his Instagram, too. Look.
That's him. Whenever he's trying to finesse his way out of a situation, he knows how to do it. That's the guy to do it. But I mean, the grass ain't always greener, especially for these running backs. You see Jacobs, I think I heard reports that he's showing back up for Raiders, Pollard's on the franchise, Saquon, he worked out something to get a little better deal. Dalvin Cook just got picked up, end of August. So it's tough out. It's tough sledding out there for running backs, man. I think you stay home. You stay where you're comfortable, and I think it'll end up working out in the long term for both sides. At least I'm hopeful for that.
I like that you telling me that there's positive vibes, then I feel like you're the Colts. You're there, the whole situation, and I'm in. Now let's talk about these Bills. Rough outing. against Pittsburgh on Saturday. The first team offense and defense both struggled. McDermott called it unacceptable. Do the Bills have issues this season?
I mean, the issues, whatever the issues they have, we knew they had the little, Diggs and Josh Allen not necessarily been on the same page. We don't know still what exactly was going on there. Leslie Frazier departed from that, great defensive coordinator. There's some moving parts, and they've had the expectations coming into the season for the last few years now, Super Bowl or bust almost. Josh Allen he's had the MVP expectation. They kind of fell short. And while doing that, the rest of the division has gotten better. Dolphins, obviously, they have their issues right now going into the season. We know what the Jets are. And then the Patriots, a lot of question marks still there. But the division, the Jets and the Dolphins have kind of crept up. So I think the Jets end up winning this division. But the Bills, not too much cause of concern. You still got a top, probably 6-7 quarterback in the league with Josh Allen. You still got a bunch of good players on defense. Von Miller, he'll be returning at some point. Love Matt Milano. I saw you talking about him and Tua learning how to fall this year because he's taking judo classes, which is absolutely crazy. But I think the Bills will be okay. They'll still be up in that probably 10-11 win range right now.
So Josh Allen not a top 5 quarterback to you?
He's right there. He's right there. I will put Lamar over him. I'll put Burrow, Mahomes, Hurts.
Herbert?
So yeah, he's right there. Herbert,
Herbert
I love
Allen?
Herbert. So absolutely Herbert. Give me Herbert. Give me Herbert over Allen for sure. But Allen, he is a creator. I just downloaded Madden yesterday finally. If I had to go and create a quarterback on Madden, it would look very much like Josh Allen. So once again, they're in great hands. Who cares about my top 5 list?
I care about your top 5 list, but I do want to talk about the defense a little bit. That same game, Bills-Steelers, nice moment. I want you to break down what we saw with rookie corner Joey Porter Jr. This was his first interception. What do you think?
You get the pick, man. You get to hand the ball off to your pops, who's also a former great Steeler. I love it, man. And a pick, picks feel great anywhere. I don't care if it's one-on-ones in training camp. I don't care if it's joint practices, preseason games, real games. Picks always feel great, and they feel even better when your family's there to witness it. And that was a special moment for him. For his pops, I'm sure they've been thinking about this, dreaming about this. And it's only preseason, but it's still a huge, huge moment. So definitely love to see this. And I feel like a lot of the things we've been seeing with Joey Porter Jr. hasn't been so great, coming out as far as the media goes. So I'm glad to see this for the second round pick.
We love seeing that. Now, do you remember, Darius, your first regular season interception, who you picked off?
Damn. Yes. I do. It was
Roll
actually.
the tape.
It was actually. Oh, you guys got the tape. Ooh, it was a crazy. Yeah, it was that's right. That's the right one. It was a flash blizzard out there in New England. I mean, we beat the brakes off the Tennessee Titans this day. I think Brady probably threw for like 5-6 touchdowns in the first half. But go route, I think that's Nate Washington right there. Low ball, bad ball from Kerry Collins. Thank you. And that was actually it was some tragedy that took place with one of my college teammates, Jasper Howard, God rest his soul. He actually died that morning and went out there and played with a heavy heart and got my first interception. So very, very, very special moment for me in my career.
Wow, emotional and unforgettable, unbelievable.
Absolutely.
Now we saw your first pick. We saw Joey Porter's that was in the preseason. I want to know the DB that you want to put on the map. I know we talked during the draft. There were a lot. You couldn't pick one. There were a lot of DBs that you liked. Is there one that you're most intrigued by going into the season?
I love these young DBs. I love Brian Branch. I love Emmanuel Forbes. I love Christian Gonzalez up there in New England. But Devin Witherspoon out of Illinois, the top corner taken. And he joins a very, very, in my opinion, the most talented, the most deep secondary in the league with the Seattle Seahawks. So Witherspoon, him opposite of Tariq Woolen. I'm very excited to see how he steps in that role. Being opposite, a Pro Bowler last year, Woolen was. I think he could have been an All-Pro. I think 6 picks last year, big, tall, lanky guy. Witherspoon is the kind of opposite as far as how his body type is built, but he plays like he's 6'3", 250, the way he hits and plays. You got Love that they signed from the Giants. Jamal Adams should be back in the fold. Quandre Diggs, who's a Pro Bowler. Kobe Bryant, who played in that slot. Michael Jackson. So they got depth on that back end. I'm excited for that Seattle Seahawks group, and I'm excited to see where this top 10 pick fits in and kind of makes his hay in the league.
We love it. Darius Butler joining the show, the Man to Man podcast. Check him out. Excuse me, on ESPN. Congratulations.
Ooh, yeah. Big things coming this fall.
I know, I hear. I'm very
Can't
excited. Yeah, I look at that smile on your face. We cannot wait for that to all kick off with McAfee, the whole experience starting early September. The season's almost here. We got one preseason game tonight, then one more preseason game for everybody to go, and then we're kicking off to 2023. Darius, we appreciate you. Up next. Hey, thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest Up and Adams content right on YouTube.